How are we doing, future Joshua? How are we doing? Yes, we're working. Okay, hello friends, hello. We are here in Crusader Kings after popular request. I was talking about this last night. It had one vote during last night's stream, and then today it had 2 more votes. So we are going to start our Wanderer character. This is who we were playing as last time, Dorama Daura, down in what becomes Nigeria, I want to say. I have not played this game since this Wanderer DLC came out. Also, I should say, I've spent something like 50 quid on the DLC for this game. I own everything that is available on Xbox, aside from the actual base game, because it's always been on Game Pass. It is leaving on the 31st, and in anticipation, Xbox raised the price from £6 on sale to £16 on sale. So I'm a little bit frustrated with myself. But yeah, so we are that. I am majorly regretting the way that I did it. I got I think it was chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3, which each individually was like 2 years worth of DLC. I think at the time that worked out cheaper than getting everything individually. The downside is that it's basically we own the season pass, but not the main game. That's going to be the situation that we're in. We are going to start as early as is possible. There's our character that we were playing last time, Dorama Daura. I hope you've had a wonderful day. I don't think I said that at the beginning. I hope you've had a wonderful day. So I was having a little look at this earlier. We're going to make our Wanderer. I figured, well, we probably can't make that. Normally I would start as a child, so like 0 in all of our stats, and then we literally start from the beginning. Unfortunately, you can't be a landless ruler unless you are an adult. So we are gonna see what we can get away with stat-wise. There's not a ton. I mean, there's one here in the UK, and that is Uber Ragnarsson. Arguably my favourite. Bjorn was pretty cool. Uber was probably my favourite in Vikings, and it was really cool that he also showed up in The Last Kingdom. That was cool. That is because I think all the other Ragnarssons are currently... Where's the thing that says what's going on in the world when we start? Okay. 2 years ago, King Aela of Northumbria threw the great Viking hero Ragnar Lothbrok into a pit of snakes to die. Upon hearing the news, Ragnar's sons set sail for England to avenge their father. The brothers have since established a firm foothold in York, and York right now is called Jorvik, and the Isles. That's where Ivar the Boneless is chilling. The Anglo-Saxon kings have lost battle after battle. Their future looks bleak indeed. but all hope is not lost, and a great hero could still turn the tide of history. Will you lay all of England under Norse rule, or vanquish the great heathen army from Anglo-Saxon soil? Well, we are going to be doing none of that. We are not going to be... Usually the closest... We start as a kid and then get Alfred, who becomes Alfred the Great, to be our teacher. That's where, when I played this on stream before, we started in the county of EU. I still don't know how to pronounce it. It's a teeny tiny county in what becomes northern France, but Normandy, with a single castle. That was the closest that I could get to starting with absolutely nothing. And I think we became Duke, or I think our kid became Duke, I'm not sure. We went 3 generations and then I stopped streaming this game. So that's what's going to be going on. We are... I don't know how it works when you play as a landless adventurer. We will see. We will see. Play and... yeah. I need to say as well, before I forget, I don't know your name, but thank you to my 195th YouTube subscriber. If you are the person who subscribed to my YouTube channel today, thank you very much. If you happen to be watching right now, which you're probably not. So I don't want to start as one of these pre-made ones. I want to make our own person. And I've been trying to, because it's hard to kind of separate. I find it hard. I always seem to play characters that are basically self-inserts. I can roleplay as a character like Arthur, but he's still our version of Arthur. I find it quite hard to separate. So, in order to... We're going to go, for anyone that's seen, I want to say it was the last Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005 stream. I was talking at some point about General Grievous and trying to come up with, figure out what his name is. Is it Mr. Grievous? Is it Frank Grievous? Is it Grievous Jones? Whatever it might be. I ended up settling on Tony Grievous. And I think I'm going to go with that name. We are going to be Tony Grievous, the Wandering Adventurer. I'm pretty sure Tony is not a name that's here right now. It's all Aelfriths and... where's... I think, can we pick anywhere? Is this just where we start? I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, we're not going to be that dude, though. Here we go. Create your own adventurer. Within the selected character's capital. Ooh, so we can pick where we want to go. Okay then, folks. Where should we begin? We can literally choose the entire... I mean, bar like three continents, 2 continents. That's a big proportion of the world. We can start anywhere. That's kind of why I'm super excited to be a wanderer. We're going to get to go to all the... for the same reason that I loved playing as Dorama Dowra down here. It was stuff that I am completely... in the dark about. I didn't know any of the religions or the factions, the dynasties, the empires, and it's really cool to learn. So I am excited. I'm assuming that being a landless adventurer, I think is the DLC called the Wanderer DLC. We're either called a wanderer or an adventurer. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that means we'll be exploring a bunch. That'll be super cool. Well, I suppose we could start over here. We could start in my neck of the woods. Or we could start... I don't know. I'm going to throw this up as a poll on Twitch. This will be our first poll of the evening. Where should we start? Question mark. So we could start in Africa again, which was super cool. We could start in the UK somewhere. We could start in France or Viking land or Byzantine Empire. Don't really know what that is. Is that the the Holy Roman Empire? I'm not sure. In case you couldn't tell, I did not do history at school. I wish I did, in retrospect. I need a fifth option. I don't know what to go for. I mean, I said the Byzantine Empire. Let's go with that. Okie dokie. That is going to be up for 5 minutes, I think. No pressure to interact with it, but if you want to decide, then feel free to do so. It is completely free. You have to do it on Twitch though, if you're watching on YouTube. We had a bunch of... Was it last night? I think it was last night. We had it was like 7 viewers on YouTube. We could start up here in Denmark or Sweden, somewhere up here in Viking land. I don't really know what is this Greece? I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know. The embarrassing thing there is that I did do geography at school. I think that's Greece. I don't know. I don't know what these become. Egypt's here somewhere. Is that Egypt? I don't know. We could start somewhere over in Anglo-Saxon England, which is right now it's just here. We could start in part of the Viking. We could be some kind of like hero fighting on either of their sides. We could start here and work for the King of France. That would be the quickest way to get land, probably. Or we could be like a soldier for the Pope. I don't know. But why all the polls going? I need to read out a comment on one of today's YouTube videos about the Fallout flying bus glitch. They have said, so sometimes when you walk into an area for the first time, the items are floating as they're just spawned in, and because of the code, sometimes stuff gets stuck in the ground and flung out. Thank you very much for the comment. I appreciate every comment. That's vaguely the impression that I got from... I mentioned last night that I'd posted the uncut version of what I posted today on YouTube, on the Fallout 3 subreddit. And they really liked it. I think it's at 100 upvotes. So note to self, if I'm posting stuff on Reddit, post it in that format from now on. But a lot of people were saying, like, it's just a Bethesda game. That's that's kind of what they do. But there were some insightful responses from people that clearly know what they're talking about. One of which I should probably read out. I don't know if I read this out last night. 111 upvotes and 25 comments. So we have a lot of, like, it's Bethesda laughing face. It's not a glitch, it's a feature. Todd Howard is haunting you. It just works, Todd Howard, LOL. Welcome to Bethesda. Bethesda never changes. Yeah, we have a bunch of those. But somebody left a comment that I'm pretty sure solved it. They said, honestly, the physics engine was only made to run at 30 to 45 FPS without major issue. If you are running 60 FPS or higher, physics glitches like this are very common. There is a mod, if you don't have it already, that fixes the high FPS physics in the game and caps it at 60 stable. And then they left a link to Nexus mods, which I have heard so much about, never been there. I do not have a gaming PC. I replied, I only have an Xbox, so sadly the only mods I can use are in Fallout 4, but I am playing with the Series X enchant. Okay, see, I've said enchantments. That should be enhancements. That's how often I write enchantments. Oh my god, that's the bloody Morrowind notes, I am telling you. Which bumps it up to 60 FPS. Honestly, the performance itself has been great. If the price I have to pay is a flipping bus or two, then I'll take it. So I am assuming that's the cause of that. Also, I'm not loving where I've put the camera tonight. I'm not used to having it right in the middle. Right, I think has that been about 5 minutes? I think that's been about 5 minutes. There's a crazy amount of Crusader Kings 3 viewers right now on Twitch. It's, my phone's having a bit of a moment. 569. Usually it's like 20 something. I mean, we stand absolutely no chance. So I guess the pressure is off. It's not like when I play Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005 and there's no one else in the world streaming it at the same time. Which means anyone that wants to watch that game, they don't have an alternative. It is me or it is nothing. Right, let me view the poll results. We had no responses. That is perfectly okay. I will make an executive decision. I think... See, I guess it also depends on what, like, religion and culture we're starting with. Because if we're here as an Astari rather than a Christian, then they will have every right to just declare war on us at any time and squash us like bugs. And in the same way, if we started up here as a Christian person, then all these people, they would get stuff if they like burnt us alive. So I don't know how much of an effect this is going to have. I don't know if we're going to, like, from the second we start, we're moving on to the next place. I don't know. I mean, I could start... Where was the county that we started as before? Here. Oh, EU. We could start here. In honour of our last attempt at playing this game. Create your own adventurer. Yeah. Oh, this might be cool. Okay. Game rules. So I have been led to believe that Iron Man is no longer necessary. I have been led to believe that we can now... it has no bearing on whether we get achievements or anything. So, not that I was ever really going for that. But I think I will... I'd rather have the option... I'm still not going to save Scum. And I'll leave all of that on default. Create your own adventurer. Okie dokie, so I had a little look at this earlier. I didn't do hardly anything. Here we go, Grievous. So, what I did for this dude, I got as far as making him the youngest possible adult. So that we have as long a life as possible as an adventurer. I made him Viking. And then we can set, if/when we settle, we can change that. And I figured the best way so far to be under 400 points. We can't get that much, and we do have to choose our education. The skills I think we can gain during our character's life, so that's not as important. I think that might be completely And then I went to this one and automatically generated a few. And we got this dude. I think this dude it was a northern random character. But I instantly thought, you look kind of General Grievous-y. I don't know. That doesn't seem to have any difference. Don't know. General Grievous is really big though, right? So he is going to be a big fella. We're going to make him the biggest possible, but he's very slender. I don't think that's making any difference. Don't know. I'll leave it as it was. Okie dokie. Head height. I mean, he has a pretty tall and thin head. This is going to be so fun. I never make purposely awful looking characters. I mean, I don't remember anything about... I guess just make him look pretty alien. And I don't know why I'm thinking he has a really tall and thin head. That's more of like a forehead. Head width. Well, head width is probably going to be... It's going to be as thin as possible. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Right now there is an advert on Twitch, which means that if anyone's watching, they will come back after... Why does it say achievements not available? Why is it saying that? Is it because I made him insanely tall? No, hang on, not head top height. Body. Is it because I made that? No, that has absolutely no effect. Did I accidentally press something? I must have done. Oh, now it's saying achievements are available. And I went for that. Yeah, we should have achievements with what I've got so far. Right, we just need to... well, apparently the advert on Twitch is now over. Welcome back. We are making... I should probably fill in his name. I know Tony is not a historically accurate name. And we are of the... Nope, we are of the... Grievous dynasty. And I guess we should do a motto and stuff as well, but we can do that in a bit. I want to focus on our dude. That is, I mean, I don't want him to be off the screen. He was very pale from Iron. He was like, yeah, he was like that. Kind of, is there a plastic white? Is that an option? If not, we'll just go with that. Right. See, now it's saying achievements not available again. I don't know why. Yeah, we're not gonna change that. Head top width, here we go. Yeah, that is gonna be as thin as possible. Oh, this is not good. The funniest thing is going to be if our character has kids. And then what are they going to look like? Which of these stats are they going to inherit? Like, is one going to have a really tall head? One have a really thin head? I don't know. Skin complexion. Is this making any difference? Is that our lip colour? Oh, it's like the red area. Well, I mean, he's a robot. So we'll go for that one. Ears. I don't know that he had ears, but I don't know that that's going to be an option. Let me have a look. Because actually, he might have some kind of yeah, he does actually. I take it back. He has some kind of metal ears. So we're going to go for... If we can make them as horizontal as possible. Don't know that that makes any difference. Ear outwards. As far outwards. Here we go. Cheek definition. Ooh, that's good. We will eventually start fakes, don't worry. Yes, now it's looking good. What colour? Why do I want to say they're kind of honey colour? Like a gold. Yeah. I mean, I didn't actually... I was just going to use the name Tony Grievous. But I suppose it's going to help separate us from our character. High corner depth. I don't know what any of these really do. Eyesight. I mean, he has insanely small eyes. Is there a makeup option? That would be really good. I mean, he has... General Grievous has no eyebrows, so... Yes, now we're talking. Lower eyelid definition. If this is going to be some kind of eyeliner, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so ideally we want a really shallow, almost non-existent nose. A really flat nose. Nose, here we go. I'm just, if there was an option to have like a hockey mask on, that's what we'd go for. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This is way more depth than I was planning on doing. The mouth, his mouth is like a square, like a rectangle. I think at some point there's a makeup option, at which point I think our Tony Grievous character will start coming into his own. At what point does our character start resembling an alien? I think maybe around this point. Open mouth, can we make it so he's just yelling all the time? Finalize. I guess so. Jesus. Okay. Well, we are a wanderer, so I don't know. I think, I mean, if we're a wanderer, it would make sense to have it super long and wild. Okay, so we've fudged our character up enough that the head is spawning where the hair should be. Maybe we should make him not quite as weird, I don't know. Oh, there we go. We'll go with something like that. I think we found it. Okay. Beard. Oh my god, we can give him a big wizard beard as well. Hell yes. What colour though? We can make it... Unfortunately, we can't do unnatural colours. I don't know, can we do bright red? Yep. Well, no, he's General Grievous, so it will be white. Okay. Beard. Apparently we can't change. Is this just the hairstyle? Yeah. Right. What should we do for coat of arms? We have a whole bunch of options. I mean, it could be a giant G for Grievous. We can't see the middle. No, I don't... How do we change what the actual thing is? No. No, I can just make a crap ton of those, apparently. Oh, here we go. Animals. Abstract. Maybe if there's like an octopus, that's kind of General Grievous-like. What about... Oh, there we go. What is that creature? Some kind of lobster? Hell yes. Bow down before the lobster. No, thank you, Clanker. Okay. I'm happy with the emblem thing. What could our motto be? Well, I don't know what quotes General Grievous says. Okay, I am going completely out on a limb here. Okay, you can't see what I'm typing until I'm done. There we go. Oh, crumbs, I forgot what we made our dude look like. Okay. Tony Grievous, I think we are about ready. So we are a marshal. See, we're still... It's making me think maybe we ditch gregarious and we instead go for something like... No, we can't do that. Could go for the pilgrim one off the bat. I'm sure that's probably good. As a landless adventurer. Cannibal. Jesus. Immortal. I'm pretty sure that's new as well. I don't know. I don't know. Is that true? Could go... Blade Master. But I'm assuming we'll get the chance to get stuff like that. So in that case, I think I'll go with the personality one. What do we have? We could go... I'll probably go with gregarious again. We've got 40 to play with. We could go gregarious, and then we could put the rest into prowess. That's probably a good shout. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Okay. Okay, timer's going to go in 1 minute. So let me do that now before we start. I have made our character as General Grievousy looking as I could. But yeah, that was not even the intention. I was just going with the name. Okay. Finalize, I think. Yeah. Finalize your created character once you... What was there a... I thought there was like a makeup option, something like that, for kind of war paint. Maybe we have to be actually created first. I don't know. Actually, we should probably... That, you know what would be even better? Praise the many-armed lord. That's better. Because it's not actually a lobster. Finalize. Yes, submit. Master Tony of the legendary Norse. Okie dokie. Let's start. The roads we walk. The path ahead stretches on and on, a lonely, winding thread twining towards the distant horizon. My camp is quiet. Just a few scattered tents and pack animals yawning in the breeze. Strangers and hangers-on rise with the day, preparing for their morning chores with reluctance. Most are the miscellaneous chaff that flit in and out of a group on the road with each new settlement. Few faces catch my eye, as ones I recognize, at least in more than passing. So it looks like we get companions. Shall we see how the game describes them? A follower is an unlanded character who accompanies an adventurer. Mechanically, they are equivalent to courtiers, though they are under less obligation to... Okay. The collective opinion of the camp temperament. This is all new. I've never played with this DLC. Okay. So it looks like it's because we are unlanded, we don't have a court, we don't have... Does that mean we don't have like a steward, a spy master, all of that? We don't have a council? I mean, this feels like a pretty big decision. We're starting out and we can either go with 2 diplomats Frederick and Giles. We can go with 2 commanders, Benoit or Heli. Heli looks a bit rough. Or we can go for some scrappers. So they're not good at commanding, they're just good at fighting. That's probably the most important thing for us. I don't know, if we're a wandering band of tough dudes, probably the tough dudes is quite an important part. Let's go with that. Okay, so what do we have here? Your camp. Buy provisions, sell artifacts, peruse contracts. Okay, so we can be on the other side of the law by the looks of things. Go fishing. What does that mean? Cannot inherit titles. Don't know. Determine personal deity. Ooh. That probably go with Thor, looking at these. Yeah, I'ma go Thor. Friend of humanity. Okay, so what can we actually do? Probably should have started somewhere more important, because there will be more shit going on that we could take part in. A landless adventurer. Camp purpose. I don't know what that is. Murder foe. Why do we have a foe? Gallows. Oh, so we can be a criminal. Ooh, that's cool. So we can become like a master thief? Or a con man? Bandit? This is really cool. Well, we probably gotta go protect the innocent, right? We gotta go with that one. Animals, thugs and ruffians. The mere thought seems to be enough to disturb Count Herluin's demeanour. The common people of the county are so agitated, I fear they may rise in arms any moment now. Those with young families have been rebuking my officers, asking why we have not protected them. Muscle age? I don't know what any of this means. Agent slots. So much of this is different to when I played. I don't know what any of this is. Yeah, probably get provides this is I am confuzzled. What on earth is the champion of the swan? Yeah, we've got no council tab. Oh, this is so weird. Yeah, we don't want to stay here though. I think we should probably go. We'll go to England. Camp followers. So these are like our companions, I think. They can leave at any time. We have contracts that we are supposed to do. Improve your camp. Okay. During your travels, you can gather followers which serve as... Okay. I think we read this, didn't we? Scrolls on the map are contracts. Okay. Okay. You can view details about the camp. Okay. Okay. Well, I think that makes sense. Swords for hire? Probably that one, right? Or that one? Give me 1 second, folks. I gotta look a couple of things up. Okay, we are back, we are back. This is quite a significant decision. I don't know which one to go for. That's more... I mean, it would be cool to be a criminal. Like that. Travel speed is probably good. No matter what. Or should we just stick with that one for now? Probably. So what? Do we just have to, like... Okay, so no one in the world will marry us. That is not too good. No countermeasure focus. Decisions. Hang on, so this is the new wandering experience. Diplomacy or martial and stewardship. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I have absolutely no idea what we are doing so far. This, I kind of knew what we were doing in the normal game. This is just complete, like, we can be a master thief, or like a hermit. We can be a wandering band of monks. So many things. I swear all of this stream so far is just me going, even more so than normal. I don't know what any of these are. Because there's now, like because we're unlanded, there's some kind of provision mechanic. We need to be worrying about running out of food and stuff. Nobody will marry us, so we can't do anything like that. So I think what's this? Camp Revelry. Oh no, that's gonna cost us. No. Maybe don't laugh. We only have 2 people. We can't risk pissing one of them off. Oh no, I don't want to do that. If it was a fighting one, then maybe, but... no way. Okay. Available camp, so we can choose... But I think we will then have to... There's going to be a penalty if we choose one and then change it. I hope you've had a wonderful day. I think I may have forgotten to say that. Also, I need to say hello to... During tonight's stream, I've had another YouTube subscriber. I now have 196 subscribers. I don't know your name, but if you are the person that subscribed while this stream has been going, thank you very much. I feel bad for the people that voted for this game, because I am not doing this justice. I think, honestly, what I need to do is just go for a while and see what happens, and then start again. Because this is almost like a completely new game. As we trudge down the road, a building hoves into view. The battered sign outside reads the Royal Oak Inn. No luck here tonight. We've barely got room for our current lodgers, let alone anyone new. Inside, the innkeeper shakes his head dismissively, and especially not you ragtag types. Ragtag? And that, I mean, look at us. I feel like that's a fairly warranted comment. Yeah, so where it says you gain the trait Gallows Bait, that is part of the new crime system, which is very cool. We can become bandits or thieves or anything. Surely we can... I mean, I don't really care about where we're staying right now. So I think maybe we just chalk that up and go, oh well. Fuck it. Okay, so we are down a quarter of our money already. I don't think we can do... Yeah, see, there's criminal contracts. We can... I am very interested in how all of this is going to go. We can't do any of that. Officer, but so these look like yeah, one of them's physician. Okay. It's interesting that none of them seem to have a cost. That is something that I was not expecting. Okay, none of them are going to be a good caravan master. None of them are going to be good at anything. Okay. 2 soldiers. Not great. Yeah, this is what we're doing. We can build... I mean, we don't have the money for any of this. Do we just have to kind of wait until this is done? I don't know. Morris the Stranger. That doesn't sound too good. That's not a fun nickname. Master Tony, my leader, I have met the most good... Oh, no. I mean, we can't afford that. I'm sorry, dude. No. So I think we can move our... Oh. None in my camp are intimately familiar with the terrain in O, and such lands are not to be trifled with. It is for this reason that I find myself standing in front of a local guide, bartering for services to be rendered. Well, again, we don't have 50. We do have 5. Piety. I mean, no, we don't have the money again. The culture in O is unfamiliar to me. See, I'm right now, I'm kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't have started as an adventurer until I played a bit and got familiar with the mechanics and everything again. Because I am so overwhelmed right now. Cook for the evening. Stewed ferret with turnips? No, can't do that. You gained the nickname the narrow... I mean, that would be hilarious based on what our character looks like. So I hope that happens. Our character instantly grew a gigantic Santa Claus beard. Oh my gosh. That hair growth overnight is insane. Lust for land. Okay, what's this going to be? Okay. That's pretty good. That's also good. For now, traveller. Oh, and we have a... Okay, let's have a look at these new perks, shall we? So there's an inspector tree. What does that do? Okay. Wayfarer. Diplomacy, prowess. Pretty good. Voyager. Ooh. Diplomatic range plus 15% and travel speed. That's very good. don't know. I'm so confuzzled. I'm gonna abandon. It's too confusing. How do we... Hello, friends. Hello. Okay, so I have a little bit more information. I think we will start again as Tony Grievous, if I can figure out how. And yeah, we're gonna start slightly differently. I'm gonna keep that the same. Okay. So we are still gonna we're still gonna be a wanderer. We're gonna start with absolutely nothing. Yay, Tony Grievous. Definitely not a lore accurate name. We are gonna start here in England because there is going to be more contracts for us to do. So we're going to start here, but we're going to make our own adventurer. Should we go with the same look? I mean, it did take a long time to get that look ready. Jesus. Yeah, this is right. I am gonna have to redo this though, by the looks of things. Tony Grievous, there we go. And I don't know. Coat of arms. What did we go for? I went for... So I was just going to call our character Tony Grievous. That was going to be it. But then when I was making our character, I think I got some crossed wires. And I started trying to make our dude look like General Grievous. Which, I mean, that's how we ended up with this monstrosity. But that really doesn't matter. Emblems. I think I went for... Didn't we go for some kind of lobster that had a bunch of arms? Because, again, I was going for the General Grievous. We don't really have to do that this time. What? There's so many to choose from, and we can do multiple of these. I was gonna go with a big G, but it doesn't look right on the shield. You can't see the middle bit, so it just looks like a C. Man-made. I mean, right now we're one dude. I don't think I need to worry about how it looks on our warriors' shields just yet. What about animals? Could go for the duck. We have a frog. A hedgehog. The hedgehog's kind of cute. That hedgehog is actually really quite cute. Squirrel. I think I'm going to go with the hedgehog. I unironically kind of really dig that. It does look a bit funky on that right-hand banner. Skip that way. Could make it a thinner hedgehog. Yeah, that's good. That I really quite dig that, you know. Do we get to name our band of adventurers? Because we could call ourselves like the Order of the Hedgehog or something. Here we go. Yeah, I am happy with that. Our dude looks so incredibly disturbing. Ooh, actually, that's just reminded me. There is something. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we instantly... We grew that terrifying beard overnight. So I want to not do that. Hairstyle. I don't know. That's not terrible. Can't remember which. There was a really good hairstyle, but it started glitching with our dude's head because I made him look so odd. And to be fair, it did give a warning that said if you make him look too extreme, it might affect the way hair and armor will look. Probably should have listened. Here we go, beard. I mean, I feel like no beard. Droopy mustache. See, none of these look right because I made our guy... I was going for a General Grievous look. And it's now kind of screwing with me because none of these look right. Because he looks like an alien. I am very tempted to swap to... Shall I swap to just a randomly generated dude? I don't know. I'm going to pop that up. That can be the second poll of the evening. Okay, that will be up for a couple of minutes. Absolutely no pressure to interact with it, but if you have an opinion, you can let me know. I was having fun making our dude, but I think I should have just stuck with using the name Tony Grievous. Whereas if we went